We're live.
Hell yeah. Ba-da-dun, dun-dun-dun,
Oh, Ryan from Hellergriff got engaged. Here's
ba-da-dun.
his photos.
Oh, congrats, Ryan.
Yeah. He's wearing an up shirt. He would be wearing an up shirt right now.
Like the Pixar one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice shirt.
That's awesome.
Great photos.
I never saw it. I hear it's sad.
Yep.
All right. This jabroni is finally ready.
We're live.
Oh.
Yeah, I just went. I mean, me and Nick haven't talked. We were waiting for you to come back, but I figured
This
we go live.
guy showing up late to the party.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. Shooting out some text real quick. We're just taking a second for everyone to gather on in, as we say, even though no one watches this to begin with. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Presto changeo. We're live. Tubi, Nick D, live from New York, Jarvis Jerry.
Beep boop pop boop.
And we're here for another great episode of Over the Show, episode 34. I thought it was 35 until Jared told me it was 34. How awesome is that story? And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some Miss Marvel, a little She-Hulkerfield, a little Dragon Ball Z. What else do we discuss here? We might get into
Some of us Prey.
Some praise, maybe some multiverse talk for our video game convos. And of course, to start off the episode, we have a drink of the night. And tonight's drink is Dreamworld Coca-Cola, another limited edition Coca-Cola.
Is there any story behind this one?
Jerry, can we get a little pull up on the Dreamworld?
I'm pouring.
Oh, Jared's pouring. Once he's done pouring, he'll Google us up here, Nick D.
Ooh, fruity smell.
Nick's already poured himself. Nick, why don't you take a sip and give us a taste test?
Okay.
Tonight we're drinking the zero-free version. Jerry, you drinking the zero-free?
No, I'm drinking a full up sugared.
I've had the full sugar. It's good. So this will be my second time.
it.
What'd you say?
I want to try it.
The regular?
Yeah.
What do you think of this one?
It's pretty intense. Like it's what is that, like Starburst? I feel like it's like the white Starburst, and it's all on the front end.
All up front, huh?
Yeah, it's all up front. And then it does hit you with that classic zero sugar taste at the end. But
Let me get over.
it's not bad, but that first, because especially because I was thirsty too.
Nick,
like
look and see if I'm showing it good on camera. Continue to talk.
That looks perfect actually. That's a great shot. I do like the label. I also like how the box in the back is red. I think that's really cool. Looks very ominous looking. But yeah, it's I would say Starburst, right? Like, is that what you guys think? I think white Starburst.
Here we go. Let me take a.
In the
I haven't tried
island
the
pack.
diet. Let me Spider-Man.
Yeah, sort of just like a general fruity flavor, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like it's just generic fruit, island fruit.
Whenever it's diet, I just taste dietness.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
You gotta
It-
try the real thing, Nick. That's all I
yeah.
can say about this. It tastes.
I thought it was
half-assed.
weird that the
I-
gas station didn't have it. They only had this one.
I thought it had a little bit of a birthday cakey vibe to it when I had it.
Hmm.
I guess Jared's not feeling that maybe, but that was my kind of vibe.
Yeah, I get fruity.
A little
I feel
fruity.
It made me
This
think
one
of
does
like
taste fruity.
Fruitopia.
Oh wow.
Now, when I had it the first time, I didn't have it on ice, and I like to have plastic bottle soda on ice.
Yeah, plastic bottle soda kind of sucks.
Plastic
Mhm.
bottle soda is the worst. So if you're gonna drink plastic bottle soda, you gotta pour it over ice.
I agree.
And this is a classic, like round table cup we got
Yeah,
right here,
Diner cup.
a
Yeah.
diner cup. So that's great. So yeah, I'd give this a decent rating. We'll maybe next week. First time I didn't have it on ice, and I like to have. Whoa, Jared!
You watching the business back? How do we sound?
Jared streams.
Let's
Uh,
cut
I
that
don't know
because
what
I like
happened there.
that.
That
I feel like that's just a classic Tubes clip. When
Mm.
Tubes like to have it, he likes to have it on ice. Chat, go ahead and cut that up for us. We're gonna need that line.
It sounded like a soundbite.
Yeah, no,
like
I
Jerry,
and
Jerry
I
was
actually
adding
was like,
sound
oh, I
bites in.
like this.
Jerry, you should add sound bites in.
Yeah,
You got to be able
That
to play
was
sound bites through.
weird.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
because that works, and that's gonna be a good one for the
I
future.
like to have it
Yeah.
on ice.
Yeah.
That would be a great little sound.
We gotta we
We'll
gotta
put
save
that in the
that.
notes. We'll put that in the
Yeah, make a
notes to
little
do.
note about when that is. Like 10 minutes in. How long have we been doing this? 5 minutes.
Tubes likes it on ice.
No, I mean, we've been barely going. What is our clock at? We've been going for 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
Well,
we got a
in the
gold
first
mine
few minutes,
of
Jairus
that
wasn't
line.
on screen and we hadn't even started. I was texting.
okay, yeah.
So
coming in hot with those lines.
coming
tubes.
in hot.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, plastic bottle though. You know, I want to
It's
clarify
weird.
real quick.
It tastes different.
Plastic bottle. You got a nice cold can of soda. Sadu, I don't know how you feel about this, but if you got a nice can, like a can of Coke, you know, traditional Coke in a can,
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
it's
What's up?
classic.
What's up, Sadu? It
Anyways.
is weird how like. So is it? It's all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is a stupid question. So it's like, if it's all made in the same like Coke factory, then it is like the bottle that makes
Yeah,
it
I don't-
taste different. It's the aluminum that makes it taste different, right? Is that what you believe, or is it like literally different recipes?
I think it's the plastic that makes it taste different, or the fact that maybe more stuff can escape
Yeah.
through the top. So the consistency or something in the plastic,
Yeah.
or maybe when it's poured into the plastic versus the can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever had? I mean, I'm sure you have. You're well traveled, but it's weird how like Coca-Cola tastes different in other countries. Like,
Well, that's because certain countries have certain rules, so like certain things that they're not allowed to have in it.
that makes
Like
sense.
I know Mountain Dew is totally different because like in certain countries they don't have yellow 5 or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Mountain
yeah.
Dew's formula is completely different depending on where you are. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same with Fanta.
Hmm.
Fanta
because
is
all the
different
dyes and
overseas.
stuff?
Well, they put real juice, I think, in the Fanta overseas, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, let's see. Oh,
I don't know if
I
Jerry,
know
if you
for
wanna
sure.
clarify that.
I've had orange Fanta that was more like.
Little
Yeah, dude.
orange so- it's
I
like
know
an
what you're talking
orange-
about.
It's like a real orange soda. Like
yeah, it's carbonated orange
soda.
juice.
Yeah. Versus
Hmm.
our
I've had that.
Fanta is just like it's straight up orange soda.
I think I've had that in Japan,
Mm.
or maybe it was like South America. Like I don't know. I've definitely had that.
Yeah.
I've definitely had that.
This is some good soda talk, right? Some good soda talk. I know Sadu's really
Soda
enjoying it.
boys.
So our next subject.
Sadu, have you tried this?
No.
Dream
Sadu-
World
Sadu-
business?
No. He ain't drinking no soda, bro. He ain't. No.
Especially a goofy one like this, like some
May-
extra
if-
sugary
if
soda.
anything, maybe a goofy one, but no, he ain't doing that. Maybe a Fanta.
Don't you wanna?
So first topic. Let's just knock Miss Marvel out of the way here, guys. Nick D, I know did you end up finishing it?
No, I saw the first 3,
Didn't even finish it. Okay.
and then I watched the very last scene with Captain Marvel.
And Jerry?
I fast forwarded
I
through that last
did finish
episode.
it,
Though.
yes.
I fast forwarded through it.
You did a like a speed run?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You
You know.
marathoned it.
No.
Oh, you fast forwarded.
Fast
it?
No. I just watched them.
Oh, you watched them. Oh, okay.
I watched them.
So Jerry, why don't you hit us first with your first reviews of it in ratings?
It's fine. Yeah, it was fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
A shrug. Didn't hate it, but I think BK definitely liked it a lot more than I
Yes.
did. I was like, again, sort of whatever. There was a lot of visual shit going on. There was always like some animated thing happening in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
production value stuff.
Editing wise.
just
Yeah.
the classic like build up, and then you get like maybe 2 episodes of like them doing their superpowers for like 15 minutes or something. That it's just like, guys, come on.
And it also definitely, not to cut in, but it definitely felt like it was made for a younger generation.
For sure.
Which
Yeah.
is cool. Which is what, my gripes with the show are a lot different than probably most people. My big thing was the powers. I just personally, I enjoyed the show. I think there's a place for it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish that maybe it had a bigger budget or something to where they could have really had her stretch instead of it being this weird Green Lantern vibe.
Yeah.
Which is what it really
Yeah,
is. It
wasn't
comes off
a
as a
fan of
weird
that.
Green Lantern thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it is a space bracelet, which I guess they're going to try to connect to probably Shang-Chi, would be my assumption, because they've already kind of said that his are space bracelets.
And don't they? I think they show the 10 rings.
At one point, yeah.
like
There's been a reference to
like
it.
in an image,
Yeah,
not
there's been-
actually the rings.
Which is
but-
one of the reasons I kind of like it, is
Yeah.
they are filling in some weird shit. And, you know, it's cool. And I do enjoy it. I think it falls in the vein of the Arrow, Supergirl, there's a name for that. It's like the Volante.
CW verse.
Arrowverse.
It's not that, I don't think there's a producer who produces all those shows.
Oh, okay.
And Kevin always refers to it as his verse. But yeah, all those shows were done by
like
the same.
Whedon, Josh Whedon.
It's not Josh Whedon. It's he's got a different name, but he's the same dude who did Smallville, and he's done
Wheaton first.
I can't recall, but he's the same guy who's done all these shows for the WB
I'll
superhero
do my
based.
job and look it up.
Yeah, if you could, Jared, that'd be great. And I feel like this kind of falls in that vein. You know, it's made for it's like a drama-y, you know, it's like it's a Grassy in a way.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's cool. But my thing was just like, I didn't really dig the bracelet, in the way that she's getting her powers. And I know they're scared still to do the whole mutant thing, so they're slow playing that or whatever. And she kind of hints at it or something in one episode.
Yeah, her buddy straight up tells her she's a mutant.
Yeah, I like the show, and I like what it does. I get it's not for everyone, but the one thing I don't like about it is the power thing.
Yeah.
If that's my one major gripe with the show. If they would have fixed that and had her stretch, and maybe it was a budget thing. I really think it could have been a budget thing, because stretching her, or they didn't want her to look too like Mr. Fantastic and compete against him.
I think that's a big part
with
of it.
Doctor Strange coming out immediately close to it.
Yeah.
They're like, look, Doctor Strange is right here. We're about to show Mr. Fantastic. He's about to pop off.
Yeah.
We can't have her stretching. It's too similar. Okay, I guess, but you know, I mean, that's my one personal gripe with it. You know, I like the parents. The brothers, you know, got a little comic edge. The buddies are all right.
It does have a good cast. Like, I feel like it's all, everyone's like really acting their.
I feel bad for the
butts off.
young boy who's fallen in love with her, but she doesn't really give him the time of day. You see that storyline already, you know.
Classic
there.
kind of
It's a
trope
classic
there. Yeah.
high school storyline for her. She wants the hot guy driving the fancy car, but her best buddy who's in the friend zone, you know, they're doing it. They're doing it. And then her other friend that she doesn't tell she's a superhero to, and then she gets all upset that she doesn't know. And the school bully loves her as a superhero. You know, it hits all the markers.
A lot of Spider-Man references, like not even references, but like echoes. Yeah.
And I like it. And she suits up pretty quickly. Now, she suits up to go to a Comic-Con kind of vibe, but she suits up nonetheless. And then she powers up for the first time. You know, I mean, I enjoyed it. I'd put it in the higher amount as far as I'm concerned out of the Marvel shows. And the reason I'm saying that, I'm going to be the first one to pitch this idea, is because it doesn't really use any of the Marvel cast until the very last moment with Miss Marvel popping up.
Yeah.
Right? And it did everything on its own. Where all of the other Marvel shows up until this point, actually, even after this show with She-Hulk, which we'll talk about in a moment, are piggybacking using characters who are already established in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
This show was like, nope, here we go. I mean, my bad. I totally fucked up. Moon Knight is the standout. Moon Knight is the standout. But Moon Knight is such a standout that we don't even know if it takes place in this fucking time zone.
Yeah.
You know, or even in, you know, in the multiverse, where it even places.
Yeah.
This seems very clearly that it's in ours, or something at least similar to ours.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that's our Carol Danvers. I don't think that was an alternate.
It has to be.
Yeah, I think that's our Carol Danvers.
And, you know, no offense to Moon Knight, but, like, that show's so out there that, like, it's on its own little page, you know, versus this is kind of still in the same vein as your Falcon Winter Soldier show or your WandaVision. It's still in that kind of realm where it's like it semi-fits. Now, Moon Knight might end up fitting in perfectly. I don't want to bash on Moon Knight at all.
If it's even coming back.
If it even comes back,
yeah. It could be done.
It could be done by ratings or whatever it may be. Who knows? Or he doesn't want to, whatever it may be. Yeah. But if it does and they can fit it in, they'll fit it in. But this felt like it already fits in. You know? Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I'll say about it. It does already fit like it fits in. I still give it a C plus B minus for first season. Yeah. And I mainly base that off powers.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair, like...
That's just me. will I watch another season of it? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, I'm already signed up for Disney Plus. I'm watching another season of it.
Yeah.
And when the Marvels come out, and I'll also say this: I did go back and rewatch Miss Marvel because of this show.
Oh, really? What? How was it a
Captain
second
Marvel.
time?
Captain Marvel. My bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Captain Marvel. I liked it more the second time around. I wasn't super focused on it. The Kevin Smith throwing, knowing how psyched he was off that, watching it again and
Did
seeing
you
Stan
know
do
before?
that. I don't think so.
Wow,
I don't
that's
think
sick.
so.
That's hell of sick.
And it's Stan doing it, and it's just like that's awesome. And Samuel Jackson's really up in that one.
Yeah.
And I love Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
So watching it again, you're like, oh yeah, Samuel Jackson's really in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's young Nick Fury and like with both eyes, and and it's cool, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's not as bad as I remembered it being. I think we were overhyped by all the Marvel movies. So then when you got to that one, you're like, this one better be fucking dope. And then it wasn't as good. But now looking back on it, it's like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's all right.
Do you completely random, but this just hit me. So it's like, all right, so he loses his eye in Captain Marvel, right?
Mhm.
What was he Shield in Captain Marvel, or is he a cop? He's Shield.
Him and the other agent, what's his name?
Coulson.
Coulson or Shield.
So are they spies? Because you know how like in the grand scheme of things, like Fury was like an spy, like counterintelligence.
They're sent out to check on like weird. They're already Shield. They're doing Shield stuff. The stuff has already began.
So after, but
because you got to remember, like the way that they've built it up is that Shield and all that started at least when Ant-Man, OG Ant-Man, was doing stuff, yada yada yada. So at this point, they're doing stuff, and this is like almost the first alien touchdown.
And so, do you think after Captain Marvel though, is he like doing? Like basically what I'm asking is like, did they change
bump the fuck up once Captain Marvel comes by?
But did they like change Fury in the sense that he's not like a spy anymore? That he's more of like a CIA director, but for Shield. I mean, you know what I mean? Because it's like
he's in field.
Okay.
Yeah, because him and what's his name? Rewatch it.
Okay.
He's in field.
Because I just when I think of like old Nick Fury, he's in the blue and white.
It's like
his
spy days. His spy days are up.
Okay, so that all happened previous to this, is what you're saying.
His spy days are up, and now he's like working for this new No, he's working for this new thing.
Yeah.
This new Shield, right?
Yeah.
Where they're fucking like doing crazy stuff that no one knows about.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's been pretty slow so far.
Okay. But he probably was doing like Cold War shit before.
Yeah, him and Coulson haven't seen any aliens or anything. So that's when they first meet Captain Marvel. They're like, oh yeah, you're from space.
Yeah,
sure you are.
Because they don't realize.
And then she does some crazy shit, and they're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You're from fucking space. And then it heats up a little bit. And yeah.
Okay.
And then remember too, there's a moment where he's been. It's not really Samuel Jackson for a moment too.
I don't remember. I mean, I know there's all the scroll
running around doing shit,
but I don't. Yeah.
And there's a whole thing with Coulson.
I saw it twice when it first came out, like probably twice in that first month.
Nerd.
What's that?
Nerd.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I haven't seen it since. Like, I don't like. I only.
I mean, Disney Plus once again.
I feel like, and it's crazy how like there's all like the. What's that one actor's name? The bad guy. Jude Law. Like, yeah, there's all like the Jude Law stuff that I actually like barely remember, to be honest.
He's kind of the worst part of it.
Which is crazy because Jude Law is great, but you're right. He's kind of wasted.
Him and like his little posse.
Yeah.
That whole side of the movie is the bummer of the film. The scroll stuff and all of that is more interesting.
Yeah.
And when all of the rest of it's like, oh, and they just want to fuck up the scrolls. And once they show up, it gets kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is it turns into like your shitty action digital film once they show up.
Yeah.
And it's like fight scenes, and it's like, all right, cool, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking Miss Marvel, but my point being is, I think the next time we'll see Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel will be with Captain Marvel, as we've seen in the stinger of Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
In the soon-to-be Marvels, which will probably also have Jessica Rambeau, who we've seen has powers and all of that in the WandaVision show. Yeah.
That was so long.
And I'm into that. They're doing a big build up for this big three superhero little combo movie, and I think that movie might be dope. And maybe at that
Wait,
point,
that's a movie or show?
I think that's going to be a movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I
interesting.
think it's a movie.
That's cool.
And hopefully at that point, maybe Miss Marvel looks doper and her powers are. I don't know. I don't know how they can correct that. Maybe it's like Sonic and they just fix it. We'll see. Check. Oh my God.
Oh, and he's
It
back.
keeps changing the preferences all of a
Our
sudden.
preferences changed it again in the in Logic Pro. So that was unfortunate. Where were we? What were
More
we
like
saying?
Logic Amateur.
Sorry, boys. Sorry, Justin.
That wasn't you. Oh, I was like,
Oh.
you didn't do it. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You apologizing to the audience.
I am
yeah.
apologizing to you too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No, I was like,
I
you
knew
didn't do it.
I knew instantly that it did that again.
yeah,
That's when
yeah.
you were like, touch. I was like, no, Nick.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could tell it was identical to the time before, which was it just randomly happened.
Yeah.
But I could hear like the audio because there's like a loose white noise in our ears right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it went silent, and that's when I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that kicked out again.
I wonder what's doing that. That's so weird.
All right. Well, Justin can hear us. So, Jared, what were you saying? We were in the middle of talking about Miss Marvel right there. I'm sorry, buddy.
Like maybe by the time the movie comes around, she'll just be like, "Oh, I'm a mutant. I figured out my powers, and now they're
Yeah.
normal."
I have
Yeah.
a question
What
about
do you
that.
expect?
And she takes off the bracelet, right, Jared?
Yeah.
How is she even like a mutant? Like, what is her mutant power that she can react to the bracelet?
Real quick, I think, Jared, what it could be is that she loses her bracelet or it gets stolen by the scroll or something of the sort, especially with Captain Marvel coming in.
Yeah.
And we know the Secret War scroll or the scroll thingy is going to come up. She can get the
Mhm.
bracelet stolen, and she's like, I have no powers. And then all of a sudden, they like the mutant in her or what have you comes out.
Yeah.
Her thing is stretching. That would be
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And she traditionally just has it. Right now, the bracelet's allowing her to have it,
Okay.
which is very similar to Shang-Chi and his bracelet abilities.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mhm.
We'll see. I mean, Nick, where do you rate the show? I mean, you only watched 3 episodes, but where do you put it?
I mean, I almost don't even want to give it a grade because it's like I didn't even finish it. But it's yeah, like you said, it's good. I'm glad it's a thing. Like it might skew a little kind of kiddish for me. Like it's
Younger
a little
audience.
Yeah, like it definitely doesn't.
And girl, more for a female.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I'm glad it's a thing. But like I definitely think that like even like Seinfeld like didn't even hit its stride till like season like 3 or 4. You know what I mean?
Totally
Like
true.
this could turn out to be an amazing show.
Totally true.
And for a first season, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, not exactly my thing, but I hope they make more. I hope
Yeah.
it does well. I do think, like you were saying with the cast, I do think the cast is crushing it. I do think it's really like well acted. Specifically, the parents and the brother, like the family, they're all good.
Yeah. And that goes right into our next show that has just started, only 2 episodes out. A little She-Hulk convo for you. We're only 2 episodes in, and I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but I do want to say I'm absolutely loving it. I think right now, so far, I think it might be my favorite Marvel show. And then the last one, I was talking about how great it was because it didn't touch base or touch on any of the other, or use any of the other Marvel characters to propel it. This is the exact opposite. It starts off immediately. We got Bruce, and it just goes. And and then, even in episode 2, we get another cameo. Spoilers, it's Tim Roth. There's a whole thing with him going on. He's fantastic with his whole spiel.
Tim Roth is amazing. I love
So
him.
far, I absolutely love the show. Can't get enough of it. Can't wait to see more. Can't wait to see Daredevil make an appearance here in the courtroom, possibly.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. The chick from The Good Place made a cameo in the first episode. Was juiced to see her as well.
Who's that?
She plays the bad guy. She pops up in the courtroom for a brief moment.
That's cool. Titania?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
They made an actual Twitter account for her.
That's sick.
Yeah, for the character.
For Titania?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's awesome.
Wonderful show. Wonderful show. We're too early on right now for us to feel like rate it.
Yeah.
I did want to piggyback off the fact that we were already on a Disney Plus Marvel show, so I figured worth mentioning. How are you feeling about it so far?
I really like it. It definitely, like, you know, like they've said in the past how to, like, we'll never get, like, a Hulk movie. But I feel like this first episode just made me want more Banner. Like, I thought Banner was great in it. I really like her.
We're getting a secret Hulk movie right now, though, in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
It does kind of seem, though, with that last episode, like, I don't think we'll be seeing him too much for the next couple. Maybe he pops in at the end, but...
I think that was a way to get him out of here for the show.
Yeah.
Spoilers, everyone.
Well, yeah. We didn't even say what it is, but yeah, I don't think he...
Well, now that you mention it, I do want to say this. I'm seeing online, and I haven't looked too much into this, but that's a spaceship from that fucking planet that he was, like, king on. What was that? Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Sakaar.
Yeah.
And that he has a son there.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that was probably him going back to possibly we'll see the sun appear.
That'd be wild. I mean, yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff on Twitter saying that this might lead into World War Hulk, like because they teased it with Ragnarok and all that stuff, seeing him in the armor, and it's like maybe we actually do get that. Like that'd be sick.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
And also just speaking of which, like how I always complain about how like none of the Marvel stuff ever does tie into itself. I also really like that they put it on Front Street that they're like Abomination in a fighting match, calling back to Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, I love that. Like it's like
and they mentioned your hand thing too. Did you see that?
Yeah. Like, dude,
you've been talking about that hand for fucking forever.
Wait, what hand? What are we talking about?
Oh, you didn't see?
I don't. Well,
okay, so you know how you were like, oh, they mentioned this is all. I say we won't give spoilers, and then we're just going right into it.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Jerry, you've seen these?
The first one.
I'm sorry, Jerry. Okay, so there's a fucking Wolverine teaser in a newspaper, right?
Yeah.
The article above that says, "What is this hand coming out of the ocean?"
Oh, the celestial stuff. That's great. I
so
didn't catch
they
that.
finally now,
That's
because
sick.
Nick's been wondering for a hot minute.
I mean, like a year and a half. When did that movie
exactly.
come out?
And I think a lot of other people have been.
Yeah,
so they're like, all right, finally we're gonna fucking. And if you look in that article, like, they hold up the newspaper.
I was so tuned into Wolverine, I didn't even.
Yeah, it mentions the celestial thing too as well.
I love it.
I think it's that. It's either that or it's on one of the news I forget.
The tickers or something.
One of the tickers or something.
Yeah.
It has now been mentioned in the Hulk show that the hand is coming out of the ground.
Love it.
So at least it places this show in the timeline of where it is. So this is after that.
The end, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not the end, but current.
Yeah, current. So it's interesting. Like I said, fucking absolutely loving the show. Can't wait to see more of it.
Do you think that's Wolverine, or do you think that was like Black Panther? Barroom Brawl. Sounds like him. But it doesn't, Metal Claws, that doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. I do, but I think that doesn't mean shit still, that even if it is, because, they've referenced stuff way in advance. The hand, the fact that they've mentioned the hand, and everyone was kind of wondering where, and they were going to re-mention that, it's like, oh, that means that that's totally in our timeline.
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah,
shit like that. That's more interesting to me than the
potential
Wolverine.
Because they're not, even if it let's even just say it was Wolverine. Wolverine's not like coming anytime soon.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean.
It's
like
not
it'll
for
be
a
like
while.
years.
Yeah.
Jared, really quick, can you just pull up the MCU? What's coming next?
I think he already had that, didn't he? I thought I saw that already.
Like what's after? Oh, wait, what is after this? What's coming out? Is anything coming out in Christmas?
I mean, we have Black Panther.
Black Panther in November, and then Guardians 3 sometime next year. Sometime next year, I should say. And then Ant-Man sometime next year. And then, are we all caught up on shows on the sense? Are we aware of any more shows, or we don't know?
I think there's more shows. I can't recall off tops right now. I know the next is Star Wars. It's Endor.
Wasn't there some big thing about that? Like, wasn't there like did they release a scene or a big trailer of Endor or something?
I try not to watch all that shit. Oh, we're gonna talk about that next.
I mean, we can jump right into it.
Yeah, She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Halloween special.
Oh, cool. Black Panther. Guardians is after that. There you go.
What if?
What If season 2? Cool. Craven. No one
It-
gives a fuck.
If
That's
if
actually even happening.
and if it's what I heard it is, like, oh my god,
that Craven, there's no way that's fucking real.
yeah,
There's no way that's
I
real.
hope not. I really hope not.
Yeah, and then
Wait, what is that? What was that? What was that thing above? Oh, Secret Invasion. Okay, yeah.
that's the next TV show, dog.
Oh, that's a TV show.
That's the
okay,
Secret Invasion's next TV show.
dude, I really hope Sam Jackson's all over that.
I forgot that Spider-Man got pushed back
Yeah,
across the Spider-Verse.
which just
Wow.
makes me think that, like, I bet the animation's gonna be wild.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, like,
Echo. You know, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not that pumped. Loki season 2. Wow,
hell yeah,
I'm pumped for that. I really like that show.
yeah, for sure.
Adam Webb.
I still think I think Loki's my favorite so far.
Adam fucking Webb. No shit. The Marvels. Okay. X-Men 97.
I'm definitely gonna watch
Ironheart.
Yeah, there's an. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's an
Okay.
Ironheart reference in the trailer.
Yeah, and then Blade ain't for releasing November. Oh, so Blade's a year away? Bullshit.
That'd be amazing,
Dude, that's crazy. So next year they're pumping more out than they were this year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Winter.
Oh, Muerto.
Bad Bunny. Wow.
And it's another fucking Sony though, so you know it's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
These last few are just pure trash shit. Just to point out, they're a bunch of Sony stuff. Daredevil, so that's not for a hot minute. That's fine. And that's a movie, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, Captain America 4.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is this still going? We're still scrolling. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Still scrolling.
Holy shit! Thunderbolts, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. And then that will find. It seems crazy because there's like I know there's a few superhero films coming up, but then there's another Avengers film, and I just feel like the MCU right now doesn't feel ready for another Avengers film. It seems crazy for them to be hopping into that again.
I mean, we have Kang, and they're letting us know right now Kang will be that bad guy. But it's like, besides Loki and like the barest bones of reference in Moon Knight, like they're not setting up Kang at all. Like it's like they've got so much tracked. Really quick, Jared, go back to that Avengers movie. That's next year. That's the end of 2024. Or the end of 2025.
2024. That's not next year's 2023, dog. That's what I meant by no. You're thinking a year ahead of yourself right now.
I mean, yeah, it's September.
But I'm saying though, scroll back. Scroll all the way back.
But even think about that. Like they've got all of next year to lay the track for Kang.
Go back to fucking Black Panther. Let's count from Black Panther. So we got Black Panther 1, Guardians 2. Oh, that's the holiday special. That's not even the fucking movie. That's the holiday special. So we're still at 1. Craven the fucking Hunter is going to be a fucking Sony movie.
Yeah, that's not going to have anything to do with Kang.
Even if they make it. So, okay,
this is Kang shit.
That's
right
fucking 2.
Which I do think Kang is going to be.
Secret Wars will probably lean into the Kang shit somehow.
It's going to have to, yeah.
Guardians, that's 4. And Secret Wars I only put as a half. Echo's a half, so we'll make that a whole. I don't even think Echo, the thing about this whole thing is that all of this is going to be involved because Kang's fucking up the timeline. So God only know, you know what I mean? WandaVision, Loki is going to be the big one.
Yeah. And maybe also Agatha. Because, what is Agatha even going to be about?
Yeah. It has to. You're right, Nick.
Yeah,
You're right.
Agatha might, her magic is going to, you know what I mean? Like, she might even, dude, what if Agatha is just pulled into Loki?
The Marvels is going to be a big one, too. It's got to be. The Marvel's got to be a big one.
I don't know. I don't even think. I think you're right.
You know how she jumped over?
I don't think Marvel's is even going to take place on Earth. So I think you're right.
In Blade, thinking about it, Ironheart is going to take place on Earth. Blade's going to be a big one too. I think because I don't think Blade's going to take place in our timeline. But that's what makes it interesting because I bet you the stinger or whatever in Blade, the ending of Blade, is him coming potentially into our timeline or realizing that there are more timelines. I'm pondering with Blade, Does the movie start and he's already Blade? And there's no. I'm thinking this Blade movie is gonna be interesting. Because I think it's going to be kind of like we just hop in and he's just doing it because he's in a different timeline.
I hope so. Like if
That would be my assumptions. I'm just throwing
I don't want a
ideas out.
Blade origin story.
Yeah,
Like,
we've already seen
Yeah,
it.
it's like, dude, Blade is dope. Just hit the ground running. We get it.
That's what I'm thinking.
We get it. Like,
And
yeah.
then he finds out about the timeline
Yeah,
scenario.
I like that. That sounds great. Yeah.
Maybe Strange pops up or something.
Yeah. But if it's like, yeah. Oh my god. Blade has the potential to be one of the best.
Blade
I'm
has the
so
potential
hyped
to
for Blade.
save the Marvel franchise, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, dude.
Because he's a big name actor. He's a badass character.
Yeah.
And
he could be the new fucking Iron Man. He could like
he's never played with other characters in his what 3 movie? Is it 3 or 4 movie franchise? It's 3 movie.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
3 movie franchise.
Ryan
he was on
Reynolds
his
is
own.
in the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Hannibal King.
Yeah. Well, he was kind of Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean,
He was Wade Richards already.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to say something, the one thing I can say that you could the way you could ride it.
You guys aren't on screen.
I know we aren't. I was showing the thing.
Yeah, Sadu. Don't interrupt the chat. Again, Sadu.
We're showing the article, Sadu, for you, bro. You don't want to read the article, Sadu? Fine, we're back. Totally threw off the conversation, though. But you could totally ride in Wade Richards as being that character. Like he was undercover. It was before the explosion shit.
My bad. What are we talking about?
Blade 3.
In for Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah,
Hannibal King.
He's already. He's
and that's
also
why he was like healing and shit because
he's also Deadpool in. Or he's Wade Richards in Wolverine.
Origins.
So you could say the Deadpool franchise is the 3rd incarnation of Deadpool. It's a reach. It's a fucking reach, everyone. But why not?
I don't know. I mean, it
is your bad
timeline wise. It makes sense. Like,
all right, timeline wise, it totally makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, moving off of it, She-Hulk, you're loving it.
Loving it.
Jerry,
it's great.
You watched
Tim
both?
Roth?
You watched only the first one.
Ruffalo.
I watched the first one.
And you're liking it?
It's whatever. I'm not a fan of like breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience. So they like started with that. The very first scene is her like, hey, I'm a lawyer. So it was like, oh god, I don't like that. But it's not bad. It's it's entertaining. So
I thought they kept that to a minimum, and I think they could have went overboard with it, but I thought they did it correctly. I agree though, Chair.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, it's not a bad show. I don't think the CGI is distracting or anything, but it was like, oh, Hulk now looks like Ruffalo. He's like, what is it, like Civil Hulk or Smart Hulk?
Yeah.
And then Angry Hulk just doesn't look like him, and it's like, oh, I'm now noticing that. I don't know, a few things with like, why didn't he turn into Hulk when like the car crashed? Like that's the stupid thing he said that keeps him from turning into it. Yeah, fine, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
Good
my
question,
first
though.
thought. That
But
was my first thought
so there
too.
was the one thing with
like you could
how
literally drop
she-
a nuke on Banner and the Hulk will take over. So it's like I mean, again, that's just
But
like
the bracelet, he did say he just
exactly.
Came with the
It's
bracelet.
He did,
It's
but
MCU's
when he
and the
was
MCU's
Hulk-
different. Like it's not the comics.
he was knocked off his feet by a Jeep. That was kind of like, what?
Yeah, like I've been seeing stuff on Twitter where like in Avengers, he catches that giant dragon thing and like stops all
but
its momentum.
The giant Jeep, that's his though, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing I'll say about it, if that car can drive a Hulk, that car's got to be made out of like, let's say that
That's a good point.
the frame of the
Yeah.
car, because he's mentioned
That's a good
Tony
point.
and how the house was made for him. I noticed that the car was
Yeah.
massive and they made sure that when she wasn't She-Hulk, when she was normal, a human being, she was so tiny in the car, it was
Mhm.
massive. So I'm gonna go ahead and say,
I don't
throwing
think
this out at you guys.
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go back and look.
Yeah.
They it's like almost like Ant-Man style. Like the car is massive.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm gonna say that the frame of the car, Jared, to affect him, is the same shit as it's made of vibranium or whatever.
yeah.
Because Tony
Yeah.
uses that to make tons of different shit, whatever.
Yeah.
And he made to make a car that can actually not crush under the Hulk weight. That car's got to be. I thought about it too because I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I thought about it. It's crazy because she hops in and drives away, and she's She-Hulk. Wouldn't that just tear the car apart? And then I was like, oh, this car's made for the Hulks.
Yeah.
That's where my mind went. Because the whole house was made. He
Yeah.
mentions the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought all that part.
Everything's way bigger.
Yeah, I like that. I like how
And
they did that.
When
Like,
you see it in the Ed Norton
very
one too,
Disney.
it's like a shack. Like it's like the house he's staying in, and then it's like very clearly Tony upgraded.
yeah,
it and
me and Tony stayed here for a while.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wrote out, and that shirt was a Tony shirt
Yeah,
that she
yeah.
puts on and wears. and-
Yeah.
I will
And
say
then
they won
again-
me off tops with the Captain America talking about whether or not he's fucked and shit. That was amazing.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stinger in the first episode was amazing.
I love
But-
that Endgame Hulk costume.
Just this real quick. Smart Hulk is smaller than Angry Hulk, so
It makes sense.
yeah,
It makes sense.
I'll let it go.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That'd be so sick if they did, if they went down like the immortal Hulk route with this character. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Turn him into a bad guy.
Wonderful show. Wonderful show. I'm intrigued to hear if this is going to end up becoming Sadu's favorite show as a fellow
Sadu, what are you thinking?
lawyer fan. If he'll end up really falling in love with this She-Hulk show.
Yeah, let us know how good the lawyering is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know a lot about bird law, but not much
Bird
about
law.
this type of law. And our third Marvel Disney Plus or Field show was the Groot. They did, I think it was maybe 5 episodes, 5 minutes long.
I think so. I think I only watched
You only watched how many?
5. I don't think I saw any more.
What was the
after
last
that.
one you watched?
I watched them all
Guest
out
appearance?
of order
Oh, you watched them out of order?
because like when you go to Disney Plus, it just starts with one. I started with the one. Well, maybe this is the order it was in.
The first one I watched was the one where he's in the little pot and then he breaks out of it.
That was like the 4th one I watched. To me, it started me with like the bubble monster that was like
Okay.
dancing. Like so, yeah. That it started with that one. Then I saw the one where he's stealing everyone's shit, and then I saw the one where he's messing with the little people.
He steps on them.
Yeah, and he steps on them.
That's amazing.
And then the pot one, and then
Rock Raccoon.
No, that was the second one I watched.
okay.
And then I forget what the last one was though.
You kind of get a behind the shot of what's his name
Of
too?
Drax, yeah,
Of Drax, yeah.
Which when I saw it, I actually thought it was Quill. I didn't realize who it like it's so vague.
Yeah.
Like you could tell it's a dude, but in my head, because right before that he uses Quill's boot, so I just assumed it was Quill. But I think they said
Rock
that it was
Raccoon.
Drax.
I think
yeah.
Rock Raccoon says something about it being Drax too. Yeah.
Drax lost.
Rock
his
Raccoon
sense.
looks good. Like
Yeah. I thought Groot looked great. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow, he looks awesome.
for it being these 5-minute little episodes, I thought the whole thing worked amazing.
I like, and again, this is just nitpicky. I would have loved it if it was all one file and you could watch them that way, rather than jumping around
So
like
he- so
click
he-
to click to
he-
click.
Here's the thing. There is a playlist made. It is harder to find though.
Yeah,
But there is a playlist that has them, I guess, in the correct order. And that's
yeah.
because when I went on there, I was like, oh, there's one, there's another one. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another one. I was like, wait, is there like a collection? And I did a little searching, and there is like a Guardians collection thingy that it takes a second to find, and then you can find them all in like order.
Because when I watched it,
Yeah.
it would always give me only 2 afterwards,
Yeah.
and then it would recommend like Guardians.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's like I knew I was watching them out of order when I saw him in the little pot, and I was like, oh, this is probably the first episode.
I do agree. I think that was one of the things they needed to fucking
This
fix.
is the one I started with.
This-
my
this-
bad.
that's a
My
great
bad.
episode,
this,
too,
This is
where
the
he's
one
growing
I
the
started with.
shit,
Yeah.
and then he fucks with the bird,
And then it was the alien
Yeah.
one. Yeah, this is the one I started.
and he's fucking with that bird.
And for me, I was like, oh, this actually is a good first episode.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm like, oh, this is like a middle episode. But yeah.
And the one where he breaks out the pot, I think, is supposed to be the first. And I thought the
if-
Rocket Raccoon one was supposed to
Yeah.
be the last,
That it feels it. Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't think it really fucking matters.
It it doesn't. It doesn't.
They clock in at 5 minutes. But when you take out the intro and the extra long credits, because they do the credits on Disney Plus in every fucking language, totally awesome that they do that. But it adds about 2 minutes of credits.
I was
that
gonna
way.
say one of them feels like it's like legit 2.5 minutes. Like I
Which-
forget maybe the dance one. Like you're so in and out that it's like, oh.
All right, so dude, have a good night, buddy.
Have a good night, bro.
We'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks for watching. Yeah. So when you're watching something like, yeah, sorry, Jerry.
Is that an Iron Man reference? What's on the board? Doesn't that look like his thing? Or is that just like a?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Kinda.
Kind of looks like the bomb that he also takes apart in number 2.
Yeah.
That they send Baby Groot in.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
like
I bet it is that actually. I bet that's what it's a reference to.
I don't think that the credits on other Disney Plus shows they're noticeable because you watched a half-hour show or an hour
Yeah.
movie, and then when the credits break down to every fucking language, you kind of just like, oh, whatever, the movie's over. With this show, because they're only 5 minutes and the credits are 1/3, if not more, of the feature film, you're like, damn, these credits go,
Mm-hmm.
you know, damn. But altogether, I thought this was awesome. I don't need a full length movie. I don't need a full length show necessarily. So it's
Yeah.
cool that they did this idea kind of in the same vein that they did that Star Wars show recently that we watched and reviewed. I forgot what that Visions.
Yeah, yeah.
Similar to that idea, same vein.
I actually think just to piggyback on what you're saying, that if it was full 30-minute episodes, I actually think it would lose I would lose attention.
They'd have to spend a lot more time on the show, and Rocket Raccoon would have to be a lot more
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
involved.
The way that they're just like little quick things makes me like, oh, yeah, I'll watch another
Because
one.
Groot doesn't talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't really make a full blown show out of a show where he doesn't
Yeah.
talk unless it was a cartoon purely made for kids. And then maybe I'd watch a few of them. This was cool. It fills in some storyline gaps for Groot. I'd almost like to. I almost wish that it would have been further to teenage Groot, but that becomes way harder and way more digital shit. So I get it.
And it might go that if these
Yeah.
gain steam, like I could see it slowly.
Do another 5-minute episodes.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
A year from now, I'd watch those again.
And again, I'm calling it now. There's gonna be something, a holiday special where this little dude meets Baby Yoda.
Well, I mean, they're doing the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas specials this year.
Maybe Baby Yoda shows up there.
We'll see.
You know,
That's a crazy call out. Maybe Baby ET, but I don't know. We'll see.
dude, that's what you do. You bring ET to this in Guardians. That's what you do.
And then that's the crossover between Star Wars
yeah,
and them.
and there you go.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Feige, pay the man. Pay
Yeah.
Tubes for this idea.
Yeah.
He just gave you all the money in the world.
And I think that Jared, did you watch these? No.
No, I
Okay.
didn't know what you guys were talking about.
I'd say it's worth checking out just for the animation alone. Like it's cool to. It's like, right, he looks great.
They fly by.
Yeah.
They fucking fly by.
Yeah.
I honestly was like, I'll watch one, and then I watched one, and I ended up watching all 5 in no
Yeah,
time at
yeah.
all, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that flew by.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And that's it.
Nice.
That's it for our Marvel watching. I think
Yeah,
our next
yeah.
thing was. Do you guys something you want to say, Jim?
Just the last thing I'll say. You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, what I would say was the best looking part of this. You know, like when he's putting all the mud on him and he's doing like the little chia pet thing where he's got like hair. When those leaves would die and
Yeah.
fall off,
Yeah.
I felt like that was like amazing animation.
Yeah.
Like just purely like watching it, I was like, oh my god, like animated movies look insane these days.
Yeah, it was really cool.
The way they can have like the leaves wither and move, like again, that's probably not even that cool of stuff, but I loved that.
Yeah. So we got 2 more topics for the night, and then we're gonna call it. Our next topic we'll hit would be Dragon Ball, or what was? I'm sorry, Nick. Why don't you hit this one?
Dragon Ball Super.
That's the name of the movie.
Or it's Dragon Ball Super and then Superhero, I think. I think like the subtitle Superhero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all saw it. It was a fandom event this past weekend at your local theater.
Yeah.
When did the movie come out in Japan?
Like April or something.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
yeah, not too long ago. Yeah.
Maybe
then-
July.
July?
actually.
And I think I don't think it did very well. Well, or
Okay.
not as well as they
I
thought
think that's
it
what
was going to do.
Max was saying in the car. I think he said that
Yeah.
to us. It did the worst out of any of
Yeah.
them or something.
But I do think it's
what
doing
Max
well
was saying.
here. Like I think it's like, oh, it made more money in America than they expected. So it's all evening out.
And it was cool. It was
Yeah. New style for Dragon Ball.
it was my first anime featured film experience other than Pokemon.
And Akira. We watched Akira, but that wasn't in a theater.
True,
Yeah.
Nick D. True.
Yeah, yeah.
I did watch Akira with you.
Yeah.
And that was fantastic.
Yeah, Akira's dope.
Akira's
sick.
None of which are as good as the original Pokemon movie, but you know,
I
they're
mean,
all good.
Pokemon movie was special. Yeah, I literally remember seeing that in the theater.
I saw that at the Dome.
Yeah, dude.
It was dope. But I did really enjoy this. I don't know shit from Cheyenne when it comes to the Dragon Ball world, so all the characters were new to me. I know you've explained to me that typically Piccolo and
Gohan.
are not normally the heroes, and in this film they are. This is what we're about to do some spoilers. So if you give a shit about Dragon Ball Superhero, tune the fuck out. That surprised you guys.
Yeah, it's like because the show is kind of dominated by Goku and Vegeta, and so it was nice that this was like a little side story that wasn't just them like everyone wait till we get Goku and Vegeta here. It was cool that like Goku and Piccolo really had like they had to deal with it on their own, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't any less of like a world threatening thing. Like it wasn't.
And we're back.
And we're back.
That's fucking bizarre that keeps happening. So the new ongoing segment we have here at Over the Show will be what will go wrong on tonight's show. And tonight's show's issue is that sound. What is it?
The preferences change, and so it turns off.
In
It's like we're no longer piped
ProLabs.
through. Our mics are no longer
Logic
piped
Pro.
through Logic.
fucking Logic Pro.
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah,
in the
super
chat
weird.
knows
And
how to fix
we've
Logic
even like
Pro.
saved it. I don't know why.
Leave a fucking comment and you will win a prize. So there's that.
A job as the audio guy.
Back to Dragon Ball. What were you saying, Nick D? I'm sorry.
It was just really cool to see because like Gohan's been like.
Dude, what
Wow.
the fuck?
Goku and Vegeta PR will not let us
All right,
talk
Nick,
about
continue.
Gohan. Like in the, it's just been cool. Like in the lore, that Gohan's been taking kind of like a sidestep. He's not really like involved with like superhero business lately in the lore of Dragon Ball. And this movie makes him not only come back, but then he rises to a new power level, closer to his dad. Because I think I'm sure we told you this when we were going, but it's like in Dragon Ball lore, Gohan was always suspected to be one day the strongest. Like even as a kid, they were like, "Oh, he's stronger than Goku."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and then he was like, "I just want to be a regular old dude." So he kind of, hasn't really been focusing on that stuff.
I like this image
Yeah.
you have on the screen.
Classic Gohan. But yeah, new art style. The last movie, the Broly movie, did not look like this. This is all like 3D cell shaded stuff.
I like this. I like
Looks
the art style.
really cool.
The art style is awesome.
I think I don't know if this is what Dragon Ball Super, the show, is going to look like. Jared, really quick, can you pull that up? Just Dragon Ball Super release date. I think it's like September, October. I would be curious as to like, are they going to do more of just the traditional animation, or is it going to be like this now? I imagine this is easier to pump out. Isn't it easier to do 3D stuff than it is hand drawn animation stuff?
It says 2023.
Oh, drag.
Interesting.
I thought it was like at the end of summer, really? Or beginning of fall, even. Wow. That's a drag.
Interesting. Well, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought Piccolo was badass.
Piccolo's
Like I said, I didn't know anything about any of these characters going into it. I have tried to watch the original Dragon Ball Z. I made it through an episode.
Dragon
and-
Ball. Yeah,
Dragon Ball, yeah, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
This was action packed. Piccolo's badass. He was kind of my favorite.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, from a guy who knows nothing about the franchise, I will say this movie was well done because you can go into it and not know anything and still
Yeah.
come out of it and be like, that was a fun watch.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome.
Um,
hear that.
Storyline wise, they still kind of, did some stuff. I was a little confused by a few things because they kind of brushed past some stuff, including the balls themselves. You kind of already explained to me how that already worked, so I knew and understood.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised at they hit on some topical subjects, American wise, like with the butt job
Yeah. Yeah.
and her getting a facelift as well.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
seemed to me a
That
little
was
bit more
hilarious.
of a commentating on American culture, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was interesting how they threw that in there.
Yeah.
I will say, the one thing about Dragon Ball, I didn't really realize. I kind of knew, but it definitely has an adult edge to it. It's written for kids and it's definitely a cartoon, but there's definitely a little bit more of an adulty edge to it.
I think you're 100% right. Where I think they're kind of assuming that maybe the audience hasn't been there since Dragon Ball, but they've probably been there since parts of Z. So it's like I think they kind of assume that their audience has grown up with them. I wonder though. I do wonder like do kids like Dragon Ball still? Like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Younger audience.
Yeah.
they'd be
When I
interested.
think of Dragon Ball, I definitely kind of think of like people my age.
Yeah.
You know, people who grew up with it. Yeah.
And where would you rate this in the Dragon Ball scope?
I would say it's an A. Like, yeah, like there's a bunch of Dragon Ball movies. I think technically there's like four. Well, no, actually, there's probably like 16 or 17 now. This might even be like the 18th one or 17th one. And amongst the Dragon Ball movies, I would say it's high. It's up there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's like Dragon Ball movies are wild, and this was a wild one.
Jerry?
I still want to rewatch that
Yeah.
last one, the Broly one. The Broly,
Brother
one's
one,
great.
yeah. I saw an ad for that on YouTube TV.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wanted me to rent or buy.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Well-
I'd like to. I mean, you get it, Nick. I'll come over.
Yeah,
We'll
I was gonna
watch
say
it one
I'll
night.
get a DVD. We'll watch
Yeah,
Broly.
I'll be down to watch it. Yeah.
yeah.
Jared, you want to throw anything in? I know you're a big Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah, it was cool. Gohan is my top dude. So seeing him go from being a nerd to
Ultra Instinct.
like whooping some ass, that was like pretty cool.
You don't see Gohan get angry, and it's like when people did stuff to his daughter or like showed up at his house. It was cool to see Gohan go like wild. That's not really something you see a lot.
Yeah.
He's always
Mhm.
kind of like I'm happy.
Yeah, but yeah, it was cool. Yeah, definitely like the animation style, like the stuff they did for when people were like charging up, like that looked super cool.
Yeah. It was cool.
Um,
And Piccolo with his, I know you guys told me, or Nick D at least told me that
Yeah.
that was a big deal that he now has kind of turned into the final form.
Yeah, he's got a transformation. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I did laugh out loud when he was like, he literally just goes like, "I'm Orange Piccolo now."
yeah.
He-
It's almost them kind of laughing at how like there's Super Saiyan Blue now. It's like it's just like this
it's
silly
the Smart
thing.
Hulk comment.
Yeah, exactly.
They call me Smart Hulk. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same joke. You
Yeah.
know, and it worked.
I would just say
There,
Orange
yeah, there we go.
Piccolo,
Orange Piccolo. Yeah.
just spoiled the whole movie right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I'm
The
glad
twins,
I-
the twins were really cool too. I will say I was
Yeah.
digging them when they were bad guys in the beginning. They were compelling, and it
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, these two dudes are gonna fuck shit up. See, for me, like I don't know the storyline like you guys did, so I didn't see this additional bad guy that you just had on the screen
yeah,
coming.
Cell, yeah,
Yeah.
because they don't really build it up that much. They kind of mention like, oh yeah, there's a thing in this cage, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, that's gonna play a role. But the way that then they all come together, I should have seen it coming. I still
Yeah.
didn't. For a film, like I said, it all worked out really good. I would still give it. I would give it personally a B, because I do think there were things that left off for me that I
Yeah,
shoulda known.
as a newcomer.
newcomer,
yeah. I could see that. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I can totally see that.
But yeah, Dragon Ball.
It was cool.
I don't
Awesome.
know for sure, but I'm pretty sure the guy in the blue cape, number 2, I think he was voiced by the guy who did Vash in
And-
Trigon. I don't know though. It sounded like him to me.
I'm about to say a huge spoiler real quick, but which one dies?
I think 2. I'm pretty
2
sure
dies?
2. Yeah.
Yeah, he sacrifices
Yeah.
and one lives.
Which
Okay.
is like a very not even a spoiler, but like that's a very common thing in Dragon Ball, specifically for androids. That there's a lot of like they don't all make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So one other thing I wanted to bring up before we punch out of the Dragon Ball convo, but the ending. I know that the stinger between the two.
Oh yeah.
You said that was, I think Max said that was the first time in history that what's his name had beaten
Goku. Yeah.
Goku. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
What does that mean for the show as a franchise?
it might be it might be just like a sign of just like a sea change that like I feel like literally since the 80s, like since Dragon Ball, like Goku has been top dog. They've maybe hinted that Gohan will be stronger one day. Goku's like always he's almost like the Hulk in the sense that his superpower is that he just can't be beat. His superpower is that he always has that extra little to give. And now it's like we might be moving into an era where Vegeta's top dog, and Vegeta started out as a bad guy, and it's like he's had 20 plus years of being a good guy, but maybe when he's top dog he reverts. Maybe he's like, oh, I am gonna change a couple of things now that there's no one to stop me.
I like his costume. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Vegeta or-
Vegeta kind of looks like a bad actor.
Dude, Vegeta's the
certain
best.
shots.
I mean, they're all great, but Vegeta's the best.
I mean, he's
like,
got his hair and
He's
the
got
way,
the tough
yeah,
attitude.
yeah.
And the whole thing
And
is
the
like,
boots,
where he was like meditating and stuff. Again, like that's not Vegeta. I feel like you see a new Vegeta in this movie where it's like, oh, like
well, he said that he's learned something, and the only way to go to that next level
Yeah.
is by doing it this way.
yeah,
And he's almost telling Goku, like, you're an idiot. Like, this is what we got to do.
yeah,
So the one thing I'll say that I walked away with is that Goku could take note from Vegeta and become even more powerful if he starts to meditate.
yeah. Like
And
if
that
he
could also
can
be where they go.
quiet his mind.
Yeah.
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 Was your guys' movie in English?
Yeah.
Mine wasn't.
No way. Well, no
Really?
Yeah,
way.
mine was in Japanese. Yeah.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
was not an option for us.
Yeah, ours was in English.
Yeah. Wow.
No. Like I was like, oh, interesting. It
Yeah.
wasn't a problem, but yeah, I wasn't sure. And yeah, when you said the thing about Vash, I was like, oh, that's very.
No,
crazy
yeah,
that
it
you
was
knew
it was
that.
in
And,
English for us.
Yeah, no, mine. And then now I'm looking at the credits that it's like, oh, yeah, no, mine was in Japanese.
Wait, what did we say that gave it away real quick?
That number
Nick saying
two's
the
voice actor.
of one of the guys was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From,
Oh,
yeah.
from
BK's
this guy,
in the
Trigon.
chat now.
BK.
Yeah, I saw that. He said something about the sound, but that was a while ago, and he hasn't chimed in again. But, someone just tuned out. Someone was in here, and they were watching, and then they stopped watching, so it might have been BK. I don't know. Anyways, that was
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. I really liked
Yeah.
it. I'd give it, like I said, a B. Nick D.
Yeah, I'd give it an A. Should
And
go see
Jerry?
it.
A, yeah, A
There we go.
plus, yeah, it was cool.
So, moving straight from Dragon Ball into our video game convo for the night, and then we'll call it an evening. Dragon Ball's also in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Little crossover talk here.
Yeah.
I know
Probably made them $1 billion.
both you bros have gotten a couple of the characters. Not
Yeah.
only did they add the characters, though, they're doing a whole challenges this week or last week.
Mm-hmm.
They added in some extra powers that were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now I will say, after seeing the movie, makes more sense. Because when they just added the powers and I hadn't seen the movie, but I played Fortnite, I was like, oh, okay. Shoot a laser beam, you know?
Yeah.
Felt very Mortal Kombat-y. But then you see the movie and you're like, oh, okay, I get the
Yeah.
whole shit-boingle.
Yeah.
I think it's been one of the better collabos they've done. It reminds me of the Marvel season. It's not exactly the same because the Marvel season was a whole season and
Yeah.
you automatically got the skins. This, you have to buy the skins. But they did give a bunch of cool free giveaway shit. And, we have these 2 cool power-ups that totally change the game.
changes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I know that there were people who were definitely pissed during the Marvel shit, but like
Yeah, losers.
we were just beginning that. It's like I didn't even know how to compare it to anything anyway, so I was just
And that's the fun of Fortnite is it's always interchanging. If you
Yeah.
don't like it, then
Mm-hmm.
you
wait
know,
a couple of weeks or months. Or
yeah, or just fuck off.
Just weeks. Yeah, you're right. Because even in seasons they change drastically.
Constantly. That is the game. Get with it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Awesome collabo. Characters are a little big. I know that's been an issue for you. You've mentioned you stick a little.
I don't mind though. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't mind though.
But anything you guys want to add to that?
No.
I don't know. We can talk about these shoes or something.
Oh shit! Yeah, leave that, Jerry. We'll go. We'll do multiverse. Then we'll end the night with the Star Wars shoes.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball collab's like fine, whatever. Took them too long.
But they perfected
It
it.
does seem like they've been talking about it forever.
I think that from what I've seen in I'm basing this off Cypher. I hate to say this, but I'm basing this off what I saw Cypher say. Is that I guess a lot of people thought the Naruto one was kind of underwhelming. That because if you do remember, they did
Interesting.
add the Naruto throwing things in. They were in the game. They added a power in there
Right,
for that,
and they blew up. I remember.
and they blew up.
I forgot
And there
about
were
that until you said
challenges,
that.
but I didn't know about the challenges.
Yeah, there were
until
challenges.
it was like
It was
they
some
were
weird
over in a
signing
day.
thing. Yeah, and there was some like I remember having to get your phone out, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't even watch Naruto.
Point being is that it didn't hit the same way. I think they spent some more time, and they really went in with it with the Dragon Ball. And look, they only did 4 characters, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna do more.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
You got to do Piccolo and shit. They didn't even do the characters that are in the fucking movie,
Yeah.
which I'm surprised by.
Which does seem, I mean, except for like Strange and Wanda, but it does seem that is almost becoming like less and less of a thing where they're more like, we're going to do the IPs, but maybe not the thing that's coming out
Yeah.
right then.
Yeah.
But it does, because it's like, yeah, we didn't get a She-Hulk. We didn't get, well, we did get a Moon Knight. We did get a Moon Knight.
We got a Moon Knight.
But it
Well,
does
we
seem
got She-Hulk.
We have
before that.
She-Hulk
But
before.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's probably why. Jerry, you're right.
So it's like it does just kind of seem that like the things we're getting is a little like I always expect when a movie to drop that's what we see in the game,
And
and
it's
it's
not.
not always the
Yeah,
case.
not always the case.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
regardless, really cool. Let's get into multiverse real quick, Javier, before we end the show with
Yeah,
the Star Wars
sorry, I saw
shows.
those.
I know you had some things you wanted to say. You know, we've all here at Over the Show have been playing multiverse. I want to say multiverse of madness only because of Doctor Strange is hella funny.
Yeah.
They're doing the classic free gameplay bullshit, battle pass, yada yada. They're doing the beta test, the fucking alpha test, whatever. We've been playing since they did the original release, not the original release, because they did do an original release for streamers only,
Yeah.
and then they did a pre-release with a shorter battle pass
week before Evo. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then now we're
Mhm.
in the first full-blown yada.
Yeah.
And we should rate the characters. We'll do that
even-
another night because I do see that on there.
Yeah. Even though I think it's weird how it still does say beta test, but I think the game is just out.
No,
right?
no, because the store's not open. The online gameplay there are if you go in there, Nick,
ranked isn't a thing.
ranked. There's
yeah.
a lot of buttons that still aren't available. So it's
Yeah.
still in a. It's almost there, but yeah, you can't go to the store yet.
Yeah.
You can't look. There's another button that's not available. There's a couple things
Yeah.
that still
Mhm.
aren't there yet.
I wonder if that's going to be like their subscription thing, that button that we can't access yet.
I don't
like-
know.
Like their monthly.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, I'm digging the game. I do have to say, and I know Jared has some other corrections that he wants to say, but I do have to say that if this game turns into certain characters we have to pay for, it will kill the game instantly for me.
Yeah.
That will bum me out to where I don't even want to play it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If they turn it into like traditional DLC,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, I mean, I'm still kind of upset that that's how even Smash went in that direction, where they added these characters that weren't on the hard disk and stuff, and I just don't like that. I think it's lame. And then the thing to me with this, before we get further into it, it's just this is another game now where I have to constantly play it. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have to, but if
Yeah.
I want to keep up to date with certain shit, I
Yeah.
kind of have to.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just over that. Like, I wish I probably would have bought this as a hard copy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking game, though, and it's amazing for free. If you have Xbox, PlayStation, or PC, that's what it's available on. Unfortunately, not Switch yet.
Yeah.
And probably won't be coming to Switch, I imagine.
I feel bad for Nintendo. Not that I feel bad for Nintendo, but then if Nintendo, like I was never a Smash guy to begin with. You know what I mean? Like I just played Smash for fun, like super duper casually. But it's like I might not go back if now that there's multiverses. And so part of me is like, bro, knock off some money off those DLC packs if you want me to come back. Let me get Sephiroth. And if they're not going to do it, it's like, oh, I might just be done, bro.
I don't see that being true at all for me personally. I think the issue with Smash is that the game itself is dated as far as online gameplay goes.
Yes.
and-
And so that's why I don't want to pay $30 for old characters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like I don't want to
If and when they do another game, they probably will. That will be the main thing they correct on it. Will be online gameplay. 100%.
What do you mean?
When they do the next Smash, that's what they're gonna fix.
Oh, is Smash does it not have like ranked and
It just doesn't have. Yeah, it's like any of the other. I'm sure Jared can.
I've
you know,
literally only played with you guys. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
I've booted up Smash solo ever.
but like any of the Nintendo games, right, Jerry?
Yeah.
All the online gameplay for any of the first title games is pretty shithouse. So if they're gonna
Okay.
do
Yeah.
anything to make Smash more compelling for you to want to play for the next one,
Yeah.
plus you bought a Switch really late in the life, and
Yeah.
Smash was like an off tops game. I mean, that Smash is from Wii U.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you were way behind
Yeah.
for getting that, and this is new. And
and even just in general, I was never really a Smash guy.
I think Smash plays a lot cleaner than this, to be honest, Nick.
There's a
this,
lot
this
more
is buggy
movement in Smash.
there's a lot more movement in the characters. Just I don't know. I watched a video and I don't know shit about this, and you can correct me or whatever.
I don't know anything about Smash.
Well, supposedly the hitboxes in comparing Smash's hitboxes to Multiverse's hitboxes, it's something about how Smash they figured out that the hitbox, even though it's 2-dimensional, the hitbox should still be 3-dimensional. and that's
Okay.
what makes the gameplay in Smash so good.
Interesting.
And they were saying that this game, they're still playing with it, the hitboxes being on a 2-dimensional aspect,
Yeah.
even though the characters are spinning and are 3-dimensional characters or what have you.
Yeah.
So I don't,
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know. I do think that this plays a little bit more clunky comparing it to Smash. I don't know, Jerry. You've played Smash a lot. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, in general, overall, probably a little slower, less smooth. A lot of
They can fix that though.
like,
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
at their
again,
thing,
yeah, it's if it's not even officially released yet, like it could be a very different game in a month.
yeah.
I am
mean,
already. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
yeah.
you off.
What?
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
I think this is the first game I've ever noticed the like rollback.
Yeah.
In a fighting game where it's like, oh shit, there's a lot of like jumping back, but that's not my biggest issue. We need more than just two people being able to like play online and rank up together.
Yeah, that's
Teams of three,
ranking
I'll
up, yeah.
take,
yeah.
or just like Smash, just like, hey, let us get crazy and just do 10 people playing, 12 people, like whatever it is, like let it
Or
get
sit
crazy, 'cause
out.
that would be a lot of fun.
Or have people sit out in the lobby, like in
And-
Smash.
yeah.
You can, but the backup Smash once again, the way it's set up, and Nintendo does a poor job at their online service. But the way it's set up, at least you can watch, and we can have our own mini tournament where me
Yeah.
and Jared play. You
Yeah.
watch. We can't do anything like that in
Yeah.
multiverse.
I
so,
do
so
think
far.
that's coming, but it
Yeah,
might
I
not
think
be
like you guys
soon.
said,
It,
it's not
it
even
might not be
released.
soon. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jared, just to point out, the reason that the other thing is even a fucking issue is because it's this free to online to play game, and that we have to unlock everything by playing. And we can't do that together if we play over
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
But if it was a
Yeah.
hard disk, none of that would even have mattered, really. You would just play however.
But you know what's weird too is that like ranking up doesn't really do anything other than allow you to unlock the in-game store for you to buy like perks within the in-game gold to customize your character. So like what does it even matter if I upgrade in a private match with you rather than online? It's not giving me any edge. It's just allowing me to play
Yeah, but
the game fully.
The thing is that what they're thinking is that Jerry could physically sit there, and you could just knock him off the edge, and then you would unlock all of your clothing or your variations.
But that doesn't even do that for the game though.
But Nick, they don't give a fuck. They're trying to clock you in for the longest amount of time.
I mean, I get
that's
that.
how free gameplay works,
I mean, I get
right?
that, but
so they don't want you with your buddy, shysting the system to unlock everything.
Yeah,
and
they
then
don't
all of a
want
sudden
it-
you've done it in an hour, where it should take you 4+ hours to unlock that
I hear
item.
what you're saying, but it's like getting Superman to 15 doesn't affect the battle pass at all.
No, I know. I
so
agree.
it's like for them to not give it like I hear what you're saying. I just say like
they don't give a fuck. They want
I think
want
that's
you
stupid.
addicted.
But again, it's
It's the
actually
same
working
thing as
against
Fortnite.
them. It makes me like it's like oh I'm not
It's
gonna.
like, why can't we dial into a Fortnite game on the main map in a private lobby?
Yeah,
And then we could run around and do all of our challenges.
Yeah.
They don't want you doing that because you get all the challenges done in one swoop,
for sure.
the 4 of us together, with
Yeah.
no one shooting at us. And they're like, no, you ain't fucking doing that. Because the whole point of these free to online to play games is getting you addicted and
Yeah.
swallowing your time.
Yeah.
And
You know.
just like so frustrated that you're like, fuck it, I'll pay
I'll
the
pay.
10 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
To
buy the
just-
item. Fuck it. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what they want out of you. So they're
Yeah.
trying to stop us because it's a free to online play game.
Yeah.
If it was pay, then you're totally dead on the money. It doesn't make any difference at all.
Yeah.
You paid for the game. If he's level 15, if he's level fucking 20,
yeah.
you paid, motherfucker. And so did the
Which-
other guy you're playing. He paid too.
Do-
So level up the most you want.
Do we know if you give them the $40, does it make your characters
I don't think they even
automatically?
have that anymore. I don't
Oh,
even know
really?
if they ever did.
Well, they did for sure because there was the 20, the 40, and the
You just
like
get
60 or 80
30
bundle.
character tickets.
Oh, you just get the
banners, and then you get
character tickets,
the crazy money. You
they
get
give you the-
2,500.
You don't get a hard
of
copy.
the
Jared,
money.
Google if there was ever a hard copy
Yeah,
of that game.
I don't know if there was ever.
I don't
or
think
or
there-
maybe there will be one day, but I don't think.
I
there
don't
is
think there's a
now,
hard
yeah.
copy of that game, dude.
Yeah. Maybe one day, but
Probably not. Unless Limited Games does it or something of the sort.
yeah.
Maybe. But even that seems. The thing is that there's so many different IP franchises that Warner Brother has to get the
Nah.
permission from to make a hard copy. That's a bitch. Versus if it's online, and let's say all of a sudden the deal with LeBron goes sour, they could pull that character the fuck off the internet, and you just don't have your LeBron no more, and they refund you. Rather than there being a hard copy
Yeah.
out there where that kid still has LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, Jared's dead on the money. They need to fix the multiplayer games shit, and not even necessarily to rank up. I do think that it bothers me too, Jared. I do agree. It sucks because we mainly play all together, and if even the 3 or 4 of us are playing together, it's like we could just we're just playing. We're not actually earning any of the characters.
Yeah.
And there's so many fucking characters we have to unlock that it's kind of like, damn, that sucks. But the major thing that they need to fix is just being allowed to make it to where we could play all together. We could sit out and watch the 2 people play together.
Yeah.
We could play 4 of us versus 4 bots, adding that in. But I think part of the issue too, though, Jerry, is and going back to I'm gonna suck some more of the Smash dick here. Smash has a million maps, and their maps range in size.
Yeah.
The other thing that this game is missing is the maps are very minimal,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't really, Jared, to be honest, they wouldn't work with 8
There's also not a
people
lot
playing.
of items.
Yeah, there's
That's
very
fine.
small maps.
There's like 3.
If
4
they want this
items.
game to be e-gaming competitive,
Yeah.
keeping the items minimum
Yeah.
will probably be for the best.
Huh.
I think a lot of people, when it comes to pro Smash players, they don't really fuck with the
they
items.
don't play with items.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
The items is more, it's almost the same as Mario Kart, where it's more of us having fun. It's more of the meme in a way than it is to
Yeah.
actually, like, if you're playing competitive, you turn that shit the fuck off.
Yeah. Weird.
It's like throwing knives 007 over here or some shit. Yeah. But I do think, Jerry, you're dead on the money. That's the things they need to fix.
How soon do you think it is before there is another Smash? Like a decade?
I don't think there's anything even in the works. I think that they're actually have even said that was the last one, possibly, or there's been rumors of it. I assume another system, another Smash, another Mario Kart, another everything. Once we get another system, we're not going to get another. There's never been 2 Smash for one system.
Yeah, I would say within the first 3 years of the next
Yeah.
system.
3 years of the new system. They could be DL working on it now. It's hard though because that last Smash literally had everything.
Yeah.
Like I really think the only thing they're really missing in that game is the online circuit being a little bit cleaned up.
Yeah.
Other than that, that game is pretty flawless. Jared's got some stuff here on the screen.
I mean, yeah, it's literally just him saying it's not even. Because, yeah, this was a while ago.
Yeah. So, anyways, I feel like, unless you guys got anything else you want to say about Multiverse, that will be our video game talk for the evening.
No, I've been playing Guilty Gear.
Yeah. Good, Nick. You got a
Yeah.
contest next year, so let's go. Everyone leave in the comments that say you want to see Nick and Evo by next year. Win a prize.
I don't even think that's that unrealistic. We can make that happen.
Jared,
I'd like to
anything
go
else?
back to Vegas.
Anything else, Jerry, you want to say about the Multiverse?
I do like that they rotate the 4 characters so you can kind of like test them out before getting them, because it's like, oh, actually, like what's her name? Ira
Aria?
Stark.
Yeah, she's all right.
She's pretty quick. So I
LeBron's
think
pretty
that's
cool
cool.
too, to
Where
be
it's
honest.
like, okay, maybe I'll wait on this person, that one. But I do agree that it's like, fuck, because I don't play every day all the time. It's like, oh, it's gonna take me a minute to get all these characters.
Yeah.
They definitely, and
Yeah.
I almost kind of am having the opposite feel where like we've seen like the potential leak, we've seen that leak which may or may not be real about all the characters coming. Like I am really feeling how very few characters there are in this game. Like I'm
Really?
like, yeah, like I'm kind of like, because when I look at the lineup, I'm like, there's only like 4 or 5 characters that I'm interested, and there's only like 2 or 3 characters that I actually will want to play. Like so far, I'm just like, dude, this roster needs like another 20. It's so tiny.
I only have 3 unlocked or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mainly play with the same one. So for me, it's like, and because I'm so far behind, I'm like, oh, there's so many characters.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing it a lot. So for me, it's like, damn, like I
Yeah.
want to try out LeBron. But the thing is that when I don't play, I try those guys out when I'm playing with you guys.
Yeah.
But when I'm not playing with you, I pretty much play as the same characters. I'm like, fuck, I want to win and get another character unlocked.
Yeah, exactly. Got to make the money.
So I mean, I haven't gotten there, Nick, purely based around the fact that like I just haven't. I'd like to. I played as LeBron, and I was like, damn, he's actually because he's one of the ones you could try right now.
LeBron's dope.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, he's actually
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But like, I mainly fuck with Finn.
Mm-hmm.
I really like. See, I'm different. I was talking shit on the game, but I do really like some of these characters. Like Shaggy, he gets down.
I
He's
haven't
pretty
played
fucked.
Shaggy yet. He looks cool.
He's cool, man.
Yeah.
Taz can be like
keep
Taz
meaning
and
to buy
Bugs,
Taz.
dude. I think like I feel like they're really like difficult,
Yeah.
but once you've mastered them, they can really fuck some shit up.
Yeah. I feel like Arya's like that. Arya's hard in the beginning.
I think this game is
But I
different
really
than
like 'em now.
Smash. That some of the characters they're really cool, and I want to play as them, but they're difficult. And
Yeah.
that is the same in Smash.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Is it like a timing thing? Do you
I don't
think?
know.
Like, yeah.
No, because the time before it happened like quick in
Mm.
between. The ones that are difficult in Smash, like I just kind of give up on them quicker. Where with these ones, I feel like with Bugs, for instance,
Yeah.
I'll compare him to like Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
When I play with Duck Hunt, I want to be good with Duck Hunt, but I'm like, dude, this is so fucking hard. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna play
yeah.
as Duck Hunt again. You know, I'm
Uh,
like, I'm over it. But with
uh,
Bugs, I'm like, I'm kind of. He's
That's-
difficult, but I'm starting. Hello. All right.
Back to back.
Jesus, Jared, that was crazy. So back to back, there's definitely not a time thing. Anyways, that's my feelings on it.
Yeah.
You know, we won't talk. This seems to be like that other subject. Certain subjects we just can't talk about here.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It
get
probably is that.
let's that game's great. Everyone go out, give it a try. If you got PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. It just nope. All right, I thought I did it again.
I thought it did.
All
it
right,
too.
let's go. Let's get right into the Star Wars DC shoes and call this a night before we get cut off again with the mics. I apologize everybody for that issue. What the fuck, Doobie? All right, there we are. Streamlabs. And here we go. I keep thinking it's happening to me.
Yeah.
So DC, the skateboard company, not a huge fan of them personally, but they're all right. Is doing a collaboration with Star Wars, of all things. Kind of interesting. Jerry, your brother, I think, was on the DC website where they actually show a little breakdown of all of it.
Okay.
DC shoes. Eddie
You know,
guys.
it's crazy because the whole collabo thing now, everybody's doing a collabo with everybody. You just buy the IP, you do the collabo. It's getting pretty fucking crazy. I don't know if anything, Star Wars did shoes with Adidas not that long ago.
Yeah.
You just
that
keep
actually
scrolling, Jerry.
came up before DC did.
So here's the Darth Vader ones. This is the first pair we're gonna see here. Not a huge fan of them. I'm gonna move us off
Oh, what the fuck?
and just do the.
That's like the whole.
TV.
There's like a whole collection for each. You know, that's the shirt,
Oh,
the
okay.
jacket, the shoe.
All right. I mean, they just look like classic black shoes.
Yeah.
Little bit of red. That's like not very unique.
Wow.
I wouldn't, if someone were wearing these, I wouldn't be like, oh, those are Star Wars.
Yeah.
I can't move Jerry off the screen. That's weird. Move him tiny. Cool. I mean, yeah, I just don't. I also just don't like that style of a DC shoe
Yeah.
or a shoe in general.
Yeah.
I don't like this bottom part down here with this like almost like an LA light vibe
If
going
it doesn't,
on.
If it doesn't light
I
up,
guess it's
what are you
supposed to
even
look
doing?
like a lightsaber, but it's just a little much for me. Let's keep on
Oh, I
scrolling,
didn't
Jared.
think about that.
There's the whole little box set. Yeah, it's all right. Next one's the Stormtrooper capsule. Those are a little much for me as well. The shoe lace protector's interesting going up it.
Is that like an alien language?
Yeah, it's the Star Wars language. I
Okay.
forget what it's called. Yeah, I mean those are interesting. The fisherman hat.
BK would be all over
Yeah, the
that.
Yeah.
bucket hat is a definite BK pickup.
BK, you
Hold on,
still
I'll
in the
click on it
chat?
real
You seeing
quick.
this?
Says reversible.
Oh,
BK,
shit.
it's reversible, buddy.
BK, dude.
Say
you
something
gotta-
in the chat, and that could be
Beaks,
your
are you watching,
prize.
Beaks? You got to get this fucking hat, dog.
It's a pretty cool hat.
Damn, dude. Okay, here we go. Boba Fett. Here's my guy.
I
Here's
like
my
the
guy.
shirt. Oh, everything's already sold out.
I am not feeling. Oh, Boba Fett sold out quick, huh?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
those
scroll
are gross.
down.
I don't like those shoes.
The hat
like that
and the
shirt, though.
jacket
That
were
shirt's
kind of
sick.
cool. The hat was interesting. The shirt's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The shoes are fucking.
Does that say most
hideous.
notorious? Yeah,
Yeah.
most notorious. That's sick.
That's cool.
I do like the jacket. Yeah, I don't like it on the shoe, but I like the
jacket's
jacket.
pretty fucking sick,
Yeah.
dude. Little bum, the jacket sold out. I might have picked that jacket up.
And I would never wear a hat like that.
5-panel.
Nothing against that hat,
That
but
style hat?
it's not my style. Yeah.
The 5-panel hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, my skull's not built the way to wear that
Yeah,
kind of hat.
I would-
I actually 100% agree with you. That style of hat.
Yeah. It's cool looking, but it's just not my steez.
Yeah. The jacket's fucking cool. I would have dug the jacket. All right, Skywalker capsule. Let's see if
I think these are the best shoes personally. Again, not something I don't even think I
shirt
would
and the
wear
jacket sold out already. That
That.
shirt
I like
was
that
sick
shirt.
too.
Yeah, that shirt is sick.
Damn, I kind of blew it on this. I didn't even know this was happening.
I just saw it this morning.
Wow.
Again,
those
yeah.
those shoes are the sickest, but once again, they're fucking DC, so I'm just
Yeah.
not super into it
Yeah.
personally.
And I actually think they look better in that picture than they do down there. When there's a dark background, it changes them. I don't like it with the white background. They look too loud.
Yeah.
They look more
Mhm.
subtle in the other one. Is that it? There's no. Oh no, there's.
Oh,
there's
we
the
got,
next
no,
one.
yeah, that's about as far as I got. So here we go. I haven't seen these ones. Okay, the X-wing shoes. All right, let's go.
I'm liking that.
Oh, that
See,
shirt's
that's a
kinda
lot,
cool.
lot more traditional. I do like that.
Those
That's not-
shoes, you know why those shoes look the best too? Is there's not a giant DC fucking logo blasted
Yeah.
on the side of them, looking
Yeah.
all douchey.
Does that hat come in other colors?
Those shoes might be my favorite shoes so far out of them.
Yeah, those are nice.
They remind me of the Marty McFly shoes.
They
Kinda,
do,
yeah.
PF Flyers.
Those are kind of fucking
Or
cool,
no,
dude.
that's Sandlot.
Yeah, that hat's all right. Yeah, I'm with Nick. My, I have too big of a cranium.
Yeah.
I have like a fucking what the fuck? Yeah, I can't even come up with a joke. Sorry. These are the classic douchey DC shoes, and putting a bunch of Star Wars drawings on the end of them aren't gonna save them. Okay, the R2D2 looking motherfuckers right there. Those are interesting. All of these are pretty hideous.
Yeah. The R2D2 one's interesting, but yeah.
All of these are real hideous. These are the classic DC junky looking shoes.
I don't like the back of them. Well, I don't like any of them, but the back of them.
It's the massive
Yeah.
DC logos and how puffy they all look. That just here's the full collection here. All right, so the coolest item was that fucking jacket, and it's already gone. That hat, BK dude. If you're in the chat, Beaks.
Dude, yeah, swoop that hat, bro.
Beaks. Okay, I see Beaks is in the chat. Beaks. That hat, dude. That
Ooh.
bucket hat, Beaks. That's
Said
all
it's all
you.
a little meh.
I
Dude, bro,
agree.
that
it's all a little mad.
it is all a little mad, but that
There's
bucket hat.
two or three things that stick out.
Yeah, Jerry, click on that fucking bucket hat for BK. Let's get it on full screen here one more time for Beaks.
Reversible.
Bro, Beaks, it's reversible. It's dark side one side and stormtrooper side on the other. Come on, dude. You could pull that a hat off.
You're a stormtrooper. You're a knight of Ren.
The
What are you
shoes
thinking?
and shit are much, Beaks, but that hat, dude. Come on, bro. You got a little Star Wars, with your Star Wars Vans with a Star Wars tee and that bucket hat, bro. That's a clean look, dude. That's a fucking roll up to Disneyland
Yeah.
look right there,
Yeah.
dude. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jerry, you can back off off this. BK's not saying anything about the hat. We
He's
got
too
nothing
busy
up- yeah, we
ordering
got-
it.
I hope so. He's too busy ordering it. Yeah. I will say, I don't like DC, but the DC shirt, like the traditional DC shirt with the Star Wars logo writing underneath it, it is a cool look.
Just because of how subtle it is. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
subtle,
I agree.
and it's from a distance. You're like, oh, that's a DC skateboarding shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get up close, you're like, oh, that's a DC collabo with Star Wars. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that one has the Stormtrooper logo on the arm, and the other one has
Oh,
the
yeah.
maybe the
I think you're right.
light side's logo on the arm. Yeah, okay.
Also,
That's
Jared, go back to the X-wing ones really quick. I like that the red stripe on the heel
Oh,
Is,
a little too far there.
is like
Too
faded. I think that's
far.
also like a cool because they could have easily just made it red, like a red stripe. But I actually like that it's like faded. That's like a cool little touch.
BK, I'm with you on the white being a little much. But if you were doing if you're doing a stormtroopery thing maybe, and you're trying to look like kind of stormtroopery, You know, that white would be the one, dude. So you flip it in. You probably would wear the black more often, but it gives you the capability to maybe bust out the white every now and then. Maybe you're going to an all white party.
Yeah, an all white Star
You
Wars
got
party?
the bucket hat for it, dude.
Yeah, ready to go.
Or you want to be a DJ / stormtrooper. Boom, you're fucking ready to rock, dude. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
I do like those one shoes. I might have 85.
Not
Oh,
too
and they're
bad.
the Kalises. Oh, that's why I like those shoes. Josh Kalis is a beast, everyone. His shoes would be the sickest one. Actually, scroll around, Jerry. I want to see if the other ones have names and what pro skater they're connected to.
For sure. Just want to.
Yeah, Josh Kalis is a beast. I don't know if the other one skews. No, going up because yeah. Okay, let me see that one.
Mantica.
Oh, the Mantica. That is a famous one, but I can't think of who. That's also a Mantica. That makes sense. Holy shit!
Lynx
There's
Zero?
fucking spiders running around here. Oh, the Link.
Versatile.
The Link was a poppin' shoe at one point, but not for me.
Remember iPath?
Dude, yeah, I remember iPath. That Star Wars long sleeve black shirt is fucking gross. Those are hideous, dude. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, not into
That's
it.
not for me.
It's like when he had the
Silhouette's just
stuff
not
on his
good.
face.
Yeah, that long sleeve it's sold out. Ugh. Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Nice little zipper.
Oh, there you go, BK. There's another shirt for you.
Is that pocket mesh so you can see whatever's in that pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that for?
It's supposed to be for a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, like.
Well, all right. I think that's everything there on the DC Star Wars collabo. Good call, Nick. That was a really good find. Great
It
topic.
popped up, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if Tubes
Great
has seen this."
topic.
And honestly, I know we talk about Vans a lot. Whenever
we've
there's
talking about collabos,
yeah,
and stuff on
but
here.
like I don't
that's
think
part
we've
of our
ever talked
show.
about
pop
DC.
culture and stuff. Yeah,
I didn't know where you.
I didn't know
landed on
DC.
Yeah,
I they did an anti-skateboarding campaign. It was pretty douchey, so I'm not
Scooter.
a huge
Scooter,
anti.
yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, man.
dude, if DC went anti-skateboard,
That
that
would
would
be
be
interesting.
so funny.
Yeah, they did an anti-scooter campaign. It was pretty douchey. And
Was that recently?
That was a few years back. Actually, at this point, quite a few years ago. But I still can't back them.
Yeah.
You did what you did.
Yeah.
Pretty lame. So
What's Rob Dyrdek's show called?
he's not involved anymore.
Oh, that's right.
But it was Robin Big or Fantasy Factory.
Fantasy. Well, no. Ridiculousness.
Yeah. But all power to DC. They are I don't know if they're independent, but they are a traditional skateboard shoe brand. So
Oh yeah.
good on them for staying in business.
Holding it
Jared, do you have
down.
any extra information on the Dream World, or are we just ending it with this beautiful screenshot?
Just going out on a high note. No, nothing.
Do we get any taste? Real quick before we do end, we're about to end the show, everyone. But do we have any information on what the flavor is supposed to be here?
I think this article, at least that I'm looking at, it did just like fruit. It didn't like go.
I can
There you
taste
go.
that.
Wasn't
I
like
could taste
from
that.
them.
Coca-Cola, if
isn't
you'd like to
from them.
sponsor the show, reach out to Jarvis
my
Jerry.
God. If Coca-Cola wants to sponsor the show, yeah, reach out to Jarvis Jerry, and we'll pretty much do it just for free Coke.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna fucking.
We'll take the Disneyland deal. We don't care.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We'll take frickin' I'll slap a Coca-Cola hat on me any day of the
Yeah, dude.
goddamn week, bro.
What the fuck?
You good?
Guys, we're spilling.
We spilling,
There's
boys.
a lot of flavors going on here.
Oh,
There's napkins under your
Marshmallows.
marshmallows. Oh, like
Light.
the
wait, that's
DJ?
that's available flavors. What the fuck does that? Oh, it is the DJ.
that looks like there's booze in it. Just by the can, it looks like it's like a White Claw.
What the fuck's his secret flavor? Dude, look,
I bet it's like s'mores.
it overflowed, and then that's how much is in there.
yeah.
Strawberry watermelon.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta try
That
that.
was
We
way
gotta
off.
find that. You could order these on here.
In 12 packs.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well,
What, I mean,
no,
like,
it's-
12. Oh,
okay.
Target. They got them in my local Target.
Target.
oh, dude.
No, that's not my local Target.
Actually, I feel like Target actually does promote this stuff because when we like first started, there was some stupid drink we were drinking, and that's where I got it was Target. I feel like Target.
And the
pumps-
last time we did this, we did the Fanta
yeah,
that I got at the gas station right here.
yeah. So it's like I almost think we should. If we do, I bet that we should go to Target sometime.
Yeah,
and see if they got
you know,
the.
yeah. And we fucked up because in Vegas we saw all those wild drinks and we didn't get any of them.
Keep forgetting about that. There
That's
were some-
fine.
there were some crazy.
We'll
sodas.
see wild drinks again.
There and yeah, there's like a candy shop in by the pier, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a
We'll get it
weirdo
going.
soda or two.
We got some ideas for some more shows where we're gonna do more taste testing and stuff like that to add on to the show for the beginning or whatever.
Simone already said he'd eat the chip. Verbal contract.
Did he?
I don't know, maybe. I know you guys talked about it. I didn't
No,
actually.
he ain't.
I don't know where you guys landed.
There's no way in fuck he's doing that chip.
Well,
hasn't
hasn't someone said people die eating?
I actually have a verbal or a text confirmation with somebody we know who said they would do the chip live on the show.
Hell yeah.
But they were under the misunderstanding that I would do the chip with them. This person is Austin McNaughton, and no, I will not probably do the chip with him. But if anyone was going to do the chip, it's Austin. I watched him eat the ghost pepper straight up.
That's right. That's right.
Him and Hubble straight, boom, ate them.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts. So
Yeah.
if anyone's doing, and Austin, some hot ones did the challenge already.
And the chip is supposed to be hotter than all of those.
No, I don't know about hotter than the straight fucking pepper. I don't think
Oh.
you could rate that because the thing
Yeah.
about the pepper too is it's depending on how that you don't
That
know.
season,
You don't
yeah,
know how
exactly.
that
Seeds,
yeah the seeds or how that
Yeah.
one's grown.
Yeah.
It could be the worst. It could be all right.
It
They
could-
they,
yeah.
they dude.
Yeah.
They were fucked up, and after I left that night, I guess him and his brother got even sicker.
That's what I do hear that even with like the hot one stuff, I hear it can make your stomach hurt.
I'm ready for hot ones. The thing about the chip is like, if you're gonna do the chip, the challenge is to do the whole fucking chip,
Yeah.
and then you're not supposed to drink for a certain amount of time.
Would you consider it cheating if like what if like he ate it and then spit it out? So that way it's like, well, it's not in my stomach.
You didn't do it.
Okay.
I mean, what do you say, Jerry? You didn't do it if you spit it out.
I mean, yeah, I would.
You tried, but you
Yeah.
didn't do it.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
want it to be like, just do it.
Nick,
you know?
infamous. Jesus Christ, you got to go.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. You got to literally do that thing
Yeah.
that you always see.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you didn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Watch the Tony Hawk one. He fucking
Yeah.
he fucking
Does he
You
get
know.
sick?
dude. No, he's dying and shit though. It's
Yeah.
gnarly. It's
Wow.
gnarly. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I
Check
haven't,
that
I
out.
haven't watched the hot ones in a minute.
It's not hot ones. It's the
First we feast or whatever.
well, it's that's the overall arcing channel. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
on there. Anyways, there you go. That was a little side ad on right there. Yeah. Well, we'll be back
Yeah.
next week. Yeah, we got to make a certain day where we're coming back. We're gonna figure that out too, everybody.
Chat, let us know which day works best for you.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll have some topics to talk about. Maybe we didn't even get into Prey. Jerry, maybe you should watch Prey by next week, and we'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about Prey next week or something.
I started JoJo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll have more
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk and fucking. Oh, we didn't even talk about Harley Quinn, so we'll talk about that next week as well.
Yeah.
So we got some topics to talk about next week.
Don't forget to say where I am. Leave a comment.
Oh yeah. Where's
where is Jer? Yeah. And thanks everyone for coming and watching tonight.
Sadu.
Apologize for the issues with the sound. Still working on everything over here. Have a great night. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.